Hey everybody, it's Steve, and welcome to the 12 Days of Soul Care Storytelling Edition, Day 9. And the topic today is friendship. We've been talking about your story, where you've come from, where you are, where you're going. And I'm calling you the heroic figure in your own story, who God wants to help overcome the obstacles, the pain that you've known, and to fulfill the purpose that is in your heart that I believe He's given you. Okay? And of course, knowing what that is so elusive, and clarifying it is such a challenge. But friendship is so important because A, we're not to be solo artists. We're not supposed to be flying solo through life or in leadership. And second of all, if you really want to clarify your heart's mission and vision and what you're really all about, that's just done most effectively in community with people who know you and who love you and who are trustworthy. One of my favorite old comedies is Meet the Parents, and of course there Jack Burns talks about the Burns family circle of trust. And that's a really dysfunctional kind of a entity that he's created in his head, and it's not what I'm recommending, but I love the term because I really do believe you need to surround yourself with a circle of trust. You need to identify the people. You can have all the acquaintances and casual friends in the world, that's fine. But you need to have a chosen few, and I hope they're coming to mind right now, who are wise, who know you, who love you, who are loyal, they're in your corner. And you know what? They're biased in your behalf. I mean, they're on your side. Even when you're wrong, they're in your corner. But while they love you too much to let you play the fool, right? They're going to call you out, they're going to call you up, and they're going to help you be what you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be and fulfill your mission and be who you are supposed to be. And so this is what all heroes need. You don't want to be Han Solo flying solo like like he did in the Star Wars movies. Instead, you want to be thinking about the Avengers. I remember the scene where Nick Fury is addressing, a circle of the Avengers, and he says, there was this idea called the Avengers Initiative. And the idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people and see if they could become something more, see if they could work together when we needed them to fight the battles that we never could. And he calls these people heroes. And he's calling these individuals to band together. And that's what's needed for you and I to really achieve our highest calling in life. And so I want to ask, who's coming to mind for you? Who is your circle of trust? Who are the folks that you would call the remarkable people in your life who you are walking with and who are walking with you and who you can call in the middle of the night for help and for guidance, and you're a better person because of them, and I hope they are better because of you. Gallup is the company that owns and operates StrengthsFinder, Clifton Strengths, the assessment that helps people discover their talents and their God-given strengths. Okay? And they've done research for 70 plus years on what is right with people, what helps successful people become successful, what helps healthy people become healthy, what helps a company have engaged employees and team members who are really committed and hardworking and believe in the company. And there's lots of factors, and there's lots of factors in this. But I'm very well aware of one factor that a lot of people don't know about, and you should know about this. And it's highlighted in an Inc. magazine article, which has this very long title. It says, Gallup calls this 8-word question its most controversial ever. And it continues in the subtitle, but a new survey of 2,000 workers shows it's what employees care about most. In fact, it goes on to say 36% said they would be willing to take a pay cut for it. What is that? Friendship. And the 8-word question is, Do you have a best friend at Well, again, Google this question, Google the word Gallup with do you have a best friend at work? And you're going to find a lot of controversy. There are a lot of authors out there and gurus who say that that's not such an important question, that it's too soft, that you can't really measure it. The employer should not be meddling in the relationships of others, and no one's saying that anyone should meddle in their employees or team members' friendships or relationships. But you need to know that after decent pay or good pay and opportunities to grow and to use their skills and talents and after the concrete factors of the job, you have a competitive edge if you as a leader realize that people yearn for companionship and friendship in the workplace. And that is super true in communities of faith, right? Staffs and whatnot. People need to be encouraged when they find camaraderie and esprit de corps in a relationship. And so my question to you is, do you have that? Do you have that in your personal life? Do you have that in your professional life? Your soul is going to thrive and it's going to soar when you do. It's going to struggle when you don't. Think about David and Jonathan. When David lost Jonathan, he said, and I quote from the Message translation, David says, I'm crushed, Jonathan, by your death. Your friendship was a miracle wonder, love far exceeding anything I've known or ever hoped to know. That's profound friendship. And my mentor, Kevin Huggins, taught me so many years ago that when David lost Jonathan, he was never the same. And so you will survive and thrive if you nurture healthy friendships that are really good for you, that are really good for your soul. And I hope that you will not only cultivate that, but that you will be that. 3 takeaway questions. Who are you running with? Because you're going to become like them. Do you have a best friend at work or at school? Because that's a profound factor. And third of all, are you the kind of friend you need? These are soul-saving questions. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. Take care, and we'll see you at the next video.